Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Twanna Carter, your career and anxiety coach. Yes, I am bringing Facebook live in just a few moments. Thank you for joining me. And today is Mindset Monday. Mindset Mondays. This is where we talk all things mindset. We talk about, are you stuck? Are you moving forward? And if you are stuck, how can you get unstuck? Okay. So, and we can talk anything on mindsets. And if you have anything in particular, be sure to drop me a comment and I'll answer your questions while I'm on live. Okay. So, appreciate you being here. I am just going to give folks just a couple of minutes to hop on, and hopefully your Monday has went well. For some of you, I know it's already Tuesday. Welcome and thank you for listening in. I know we have a lot of people around the globe listening in, and I like to give everybody just a couple of moments to hop on. And for those of you that are in my Facebook group, Rising Above Anxiety, if you want to share a question in real time with me, also for those of you on my timeline, if you want to share a question with me in real time, you'll have to hop on over to my page, Dr. Tawana Carter, Professional and Personal Coaching, and you can leave me a comment there and I can look at it and answer it in real time. Now, of course, you are more than welcome to answer in my Facebook group. You can leave me a comment or a question in the Facebook group, and I won't answer it on while I'm live, but I will answer it as soon as I get done and I'll pop over to the group and pick that up. So yes, it is Mindset Monday. And I asked a question, and it's an important question. It really is important. It The question was, are you your own worst critic? Hmm. Like they used to say on the Arsenio Hall show, things that make you go, hmm. We, you know, we've had moments in our life, and we've hopefully some of you have not experienced this, but yeah, we've kind of had moments where we knew that there were people who were not rooting for us to do well, right? We've been there. Hi, Julia. I see Julia joined. um, we've had moments when we know that people around us, sometimes it's family, sometimes it's people masquerading as friends, they really didn't want us to do well. And hope, like I said, hopefully you haven't had those moments, but we know some of us, we've had those moments. You know what I'm talking about. If something goes well for you and your friend looks at you and go, oh, that's so nice. I'm so happy for you. And you knew, you just knew and understand they really were not happy for you, right? Unfortunately, hi, good. Julia says all is well is the answer. Yes, as well. Well, good. So, and we kind of know that, and sometimes it blindsides you. It really does. You've had people, I know for me, I can speak for me. I've had people that I thought were my friends for years, and as my life started to turn around and I started to do better, there was all kind of rude comments, snide comments, and it let me know they were not really in my corner, and it was painful. Because I eventually had to cut them off. Because I was gonna keep that forward momentum. So we understand that when it's someone else, and and they're not happy for us, we will either distance ourselves, and sometimes we have to cut people off. And sometimes it is family members, right, who are not really happy when you're doing well, and that's a little stickier. Some people do cut off family members. I thank God I haven't had a reason to do that, but sometimes if you're moving forward and family members are holding you back, you gotta, yeah, you gotta let him go. And Julia says her partner. Yes, yes. Sometimes it's your significant other who, you get a promotion at work, or you make a little bit more money, or you get new friends, and they may be threatening. They're not really interested in seeing you do your best, right? We kind of been there. But what do you do if the person, where I'm going with this? What do we do if the person who's our own worst critic is us? Breathe, right? Yes. What do you do when you are your own worst critic? Right? It's Mindset Mondays. Let's chat. Let's talk about it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's deep, right? That's deep. Let's kind of give it a moment to turn that over and think about it. What do you do when you are your own worst critic? It's not your best friend, it's not your good friend, it's not your acquaintance, it's not your coworker, it's not your family. It is you who is your own worst critic. It's you who's holding you back. It's you who's keeping you stuck. Okay? So that's the reason why I put in Mindset Mondays to talk about these kinds of things, because it's not always those around us that have us stuck. Sometimes it's ourselves. And I'm raising my hand on this one. I've been there. I can raise my hand and count the points, because all five of those points, it was me. It was really me that was keeping myself back. So it's about mindset. If you are your own worst critic, then that means you have a set of limiting beliefs that is holding you back. You may be seeing yourself as less than. You may feel inferior to other people. Those are limiting beliefs. We know that oftentimes when we have anxiety, um, sometimes we take a licking, right? We take sometimes it gives us a beating, and it kind of knocks us down, and it just really messes with our self-esteem. It messes with our self-confidence, and we become our own worst critics. We don't have to worry about anybody outside of us telling us you'll never be anything, you're not worth it, you're not valuable, nobody cares about you, you can't achieve, you'll never do this, you'll never get a degree, you'll never be a manager, you'll never be a successful manager, you'll never be a good parent, you'll never be a good spouse. It's like never, you will never, right? It's not people outside of us telling us that, it's us, right? And so that is, a mindset issue. It really is a mindset issue, right? The good news is this, though. If you do have your mindset stuck, or you're in a fixed mindset, you can shift, right? You can shift to a growth mindset, right? And so I know that positive affirmations sometimes get they kind of get a bad rap. And I still use them, though. And this is often where I start with my coaching clients. You know, I tell them, I want you to tell me something positive about yourself. And when my clients, sits there and looks at me, or I'm listening on the phone, and they can't come up with one thing, nothing. They can't list one positive thing about themselves. That lets me know. That lets me know there's a mindset issue. We got to work on that mindset, because all of the love in the world, all of the attention in the world, all of the great opportunities in the world, all of the degrees in the world, all of the work experience in the world, it is all for naught if we can't fix our mindset, if we can't shift our mindset into a growth mindset, because it means we're always tearing ourselves down. We don't have to worry about anybody else doing it. We're doing it to ourselves, right? And so, yeah, I do start my clients off with positive affirmations, and I often throw it out there. And I know it gets a bad rap, but the thing is, really, look yourself in the mirror and say three positive things about yourself. If just thinking about doing that has you squirming in your seat and feeling some kind of way, you're like, yeah. If Just the fact, just the thought of you standing in the mirror and saying three positive, great things about yourself has you squirming just thinking about doing it, then you have a mindset problem. Yes, you have a mindset problem. And it needs to shift. Now, when we say shift, we're not talking like gargantuan leaps at one time. No, you can shift in small increments at a time so that our brain doesn't get freaked out because we're changing. But shift you will need to do into a growth mindset. Mhm. And yeah, so I do start with, start my clients with three every day, three things that are great about you, three things that you're happy about, three things that you observed that made you happy. Because if you have problems just doing the three things, then you're gonna have problems if this great opportunity pops itself on your plate. You can't take advantage of it because you're only gonna see the negative in it. Fixed mindset, you won't see the positive in it. Hey, I think you should apply for this job. You'd be great at it. And all the while you're thinking to yourself, no, you won't. That's not for you. That's for someone else with more experience. That's for someone else without anxiety. I can't possibly do that. That's for somebody else. See, if you have a fixed mindset and you're your own worst critic, the every opportunity in the world can come your place, but you're not going to take advantage of it because you got to shift that mindset. Shift the mindset. And it can be done. It actually can be done. You got to work at it. You got to be committed to it. But yes, you got to shift their mindset. And so you'll see me looking down every so often because I'm trying to catch the comments as they come in. Okay. So Julia says, I agree of everything you're saying. The word never and believe it. This is a mindset issue and we can fix it. Absolutely, Julia. We absolutely can fix it. You can shift your mindset, right? Now, some of us, when it comes to our children, we have growth mindsets, but when it comes to ourselves, we have fixed mindsets. Or we'll have growth mindsets for our spouses or significant others. But when it comes to ourselves, fixed mindset. Okay. So that what that says is this is that if you have a growth mindset somewhere, then it means you can shift it over to yourself. But you got to become aware of if you are your own worst critic, right? Because you should be your first and best cheerleader. It's great when your significant other cheers you on. It's great when your family cheer you on. It's great when your friends, I have a crew of friends that typically and I have one particular Kim that she's in Alabama. Typically when something great happens, I'm calling her up and say, hey, this happened, this is going on. And when I or else she'll call me. But typically when something great happens, we're moving in tandem, right? We're going side by side and we share that. And it's a wonderful thing to be the share, but you need to be your own best cheerleader first. You really do. You got to, because otherwise you're never going to see the great opportunities. You're never going to see the wonderful opportunities. You're never going to peek around that corner and say, you know what? I can do that. I, I can. I can do that. Sure, I can. Or a better way of doing what you're doing, because the competition is not between you and someone else. The competition is just to be better than you were yesterday, right? And the only way to do that is by shifting your mindset from a fixed mindset that sees the negative in everything, says you can't do, you'll never be, and shifting that to a positive growth mindset, right? And so it's not about being Pollyanna about it, saying there are no problems, but it's about saying if there are issues, I can jump over the hurdle or I can go around the hurdle. I can go under the hurdle, but I'm still getting over there to the positive avenue, right? I'm still doing what I need to do to move forward in my life. That's what a growth mindset does for you. A fixed mindset, you come up on that obstacle and you're like, no, it's not for me. I can't get past that. This probably wasn't going to be anything good anyway. I just wasn't the one for that. I'll just sit here and I'll wait for something else to come by because it's probably not for me anyway. Fixed mindset, okay? And then you're tearing yourself down about how horrible you are and how you're no good. Fixed mindset. You got to shift over, right? Shift to a growth mindset. Shift to becoming your best cheerleader. If no one in the world cheers you on, you should be your own best cheerleader. I figured that out long time ago because I really was. And this is why I did this topic today, because I was looking back and thinking back when I was my own worst cheerleader. Even when people told me, like, you're skilled in this, you're really good at that, you're great at this, and I want you to help me with this because you're good at it, I didn't see it as a positive. I couldn't see positive things in myself. It was so bad that I hated to hear the sound of my own voice. Yeah, I did. I hated to hear the sound of my own voice. I didn't like to look at myself in the mirror. I didn't spend a lot of mirror time looking at myself. I didn't like to hear my voice, and I didn't like to look at myself, and I didn't like myself. Fixed mindset. I was my own worst cheerleader, right? But I know that I changed, and now I have a growth mindset, and I'm my own best cheerleader, and you can do the same thing. You got to be willing to put in the work, right? You have to be willing. So Julie says, I don't like looking at myself in the mirror, but when I put a hate or stuff in my hair, and I look in the mirror, I say beautiful. It's so weird. It is when you first start, doing those positive affirmations, and that's picking out the positive things in you. Um, it's a shift. It feels kind of weird at first until you get used to, for instance, as a child growing up, I used to be picked on because people said my eyes were too big. They called me frog eyes. They called me pop eyes. And people in my family, people outside my family. And so I grew up hating, just not liking my eyes. And then one day something just shifted. And I was like, I actually have pretty eyes. I like my eyes, right? I have expressive eyes. And my sister looked at my video and she's like, why are you doing your eyes like that? I have expressive eyes, and sometimes you can actually tell what I'm feeling if you look in my eyes, because the eyes are the window to the soul, they say. I have expressive eyes, and I love my eyes now. But as a kid, um, through my teens, through my 20s, I didn't like my eyes because people talked about them and they made fun of me. And so now, at first it was weird looking in the mirror and saying, I like my eyes. They're great. I like my eyes, I used to want a different shaped face because I wanted that type face. Now when I look in the mirror, I'm a package deal. And I like that. I like me when I look in the mirror. But if you're at the point where you look in the mirror and you can't say I like me, or you don't spend much time there, and when you do spend time, you're going, ugh, my eyes. Oh my God, my nose. Oh, is that a zit over there? Oh my gosh, look at that. If you're nitpicking and finding all the negative things about yourself, yeah, it's time to shift your mindset. It is absolutely time to shift your mindset. Okay, I'm gonna read. Oh, okay. Let's see. Julie says, "Oh, I can agree about hearing your voice and looking at yourself in the mirror." Okay, so Julie says she meant to say her hat when she puts a hat in or stuff in her hair. She look in the mirror and says, "Beautiful." Yep. So you look in the mirror. If you don't like what you see, time for a mind shift. And I'm not saying you got to be a narcissist or anything like that, and just fall in love with yourself, or you just, but you should look in the mirror and be to pick out your positive attributes and like what you see. Now if you do have a little weight on and stuff, there's nothing wrong in saying, yes, I need to lose weight. If it makes you feel better, it makes you feel better. I choose to always have as my goal when I lose weight, when I choose losing weight as a goal, it's always to be healthier, because I know that my heart works, doesn't have to work as hard. I know that my knees don't have to work as hard, so there's nothing wrong with losing weight. It's the reason behind it. But if it makes you feel better about yourself and that is your key to shifting your mindset, I say lose weight. You know, just do it in a healthy manner. Talk to your doctor. Be sure you're not having those, out of their goals. I'm going to lose 50 pounds in the next 60 days. No, that's not going to work. That's not realistic. Okay. In the next 60 days, you can say, I want to lose 4 pounds. Completely doable. That makes you feel good about yourself, then fine. But it's up to each of us, okay, to shift our mindset so that we have a positive mindset, a growth mindset, so we can take advantage of opportunities that comes our way, right? So again, how do you know you're your own worst critic? If you look in the mirror and you're consistently criticizing yourself, finding fault. I don't like this. I don't like this. And you're no good. Or those thoughts zooming through your head. You're no good. You're nobody. This person is better than you. She's prettier than you. She weighs less than you. She's taller than you. She's shorter than you. All of those things point to you need a shift in your mindset. Now, if this resonated with you today and you understand that you need a shift in your mindset because you're stuck and you've been stuck in one place for way too long, click on the link below. It'll be a link below or a link above, depending on where you see the video. Click on the link and schedule a free coaching consultation with me. Happy to jump on a call with you. And for those of you that are overseas, Canada, I typically call you, and that's no big deal because it's not a long distance call for me to call you. For those of you overseas, I will typically do Zoom or do Skype or do WhatsApp so that there are no long distance charges. And if you need to call in to me, you don't get the long distance charges either. But yeah, let's hop on a call and let's discover a plan that helps you shift your mindset from a growth mindset. From a fixed mindset, being critical of yourself, to a growth mindset where you're being positive about yourself. And that way it opens your eyes outward so you can take advantage of the opportunities as they drop in your lap, right? Yes, do that. It's a free coaching consultation for about an hour where we talk about a step-by-step plan that gets you unstuck, right? So those are my motivational nuggets for today. Let's be our own best cheerleader. Okay, let's be our own best cheerleader. I think if I can do it, and I know how critical I was of myself, that I hated to hear the sound of my own voice, and it's not so much that I love it now, but I like it. It doesn't bother me. I don't cringe when I hear my voice anymore. So moving from my own worst critic to my own best critic. My best cheerleader. I'm gonna be not my critic. I'm gonna be my best cheerleader, right? So yes, it can be done. And until it's done, it is just very difficult to take advantage of all the opportunities out there that are waiting on us, right? So that's my truth for today. I appreciate you all for joining in.